Sorry, I thought he might keep his up 2 seconds longer. That looked like Mr. T. Now we're going to go closer just now, but just quickly, out of interest, just have a look around. Sit back a little bit. Just that general area now. About there's at least one lion. There's a few more to the right here. There's potentially 5 lions in this grass just there, within that space. Virtually impossible to see anything. Then of course the benefit of their camouflage, especially in winter time. Let's go a bit forward. In winter time, when food tends to be a little bit scarce, maybe a little bit harder, then they perfectly camouflage. Let's just see. Very relaxed. Just going to quietly step on them here. The others aren't even moving, so we're not disturbing them. 1, 2, 3, 4. One still unaccounted for. Again, just showing you the amazing habituation of these cats. I mean, they are as wild as lions get. I think even in the lion world, other lions will call them wild. They don't mind us, as long as you move. And this one, you can even see him, Alex. Very tricky to see, maybe through the twigs there. Very hard to see him. Let me try and move a bit. He's the only one with his head up at the moment, so. Well, interesting view of a lion. That's quite often the first thing you'll see when you hear a low growl. If you're walking through the bush and you suddenly come across them, they do really blend into the grass. So I know that, and just letting us know as well, signal's a little bit tricky, so that's what we can do. I remember this morning as well. We'll try and get a good view for you. Now, I'm still in the process of getting to know these lions from a behavioral point of view, but more importantly just the individual features and the way they look. And hopefully later we'll come back here a little bit later when they maybe get active. Try and get some proper close-up looks at them. And let the guys know quickly on the drives, and we'll speak a little bit more about the individuals. Station, just the update. 5 Mapogos still here, same place. Lalapanzi flatcat. And this male looks like, just from the color of his mane, I'd say that male, that's again, we haven't named him yet, but I'm playing with the name Leonidas. Very beautiful male. But him and Shaka, that male that I really liked the very first time we saw him, quite similar, so you have to really see them standing up. Oh, there's the business end. Look at that face. Oh! Well, this is encouraging behavior. I was going to say we'll probably move on and come back here again in half an hour or so just to see if they show more signs of activity. But these other 4 are still very much asleep, but the fact that this guy is busy grooming himself a little bit, so at the moment he's cleaning his mane by the looks of it, but if he starts licking his paws, that could be a good indication that he's maybe thinking of moving. And of course, if he's going to start moving, the rest will follow, so we might just stick around here and see what happens. Quite often a difficult thing to judge how soon these guys will get active. Obviously, if you in the sort of build up to them getting active, as soon as you start seeing them licking paws, and obviously if they start stretching and so on, they're easy to see. But when they're lying like this, they could at any moment decide to start moving a little bit in terms of getting ready to move. But at the same time, a while back we sat with these guys for a long time and they never really moved much more than a tail every now and again. I think it's a little bit of a funny angle, but can you get this one's paw here? Of course. Just looked quite funny. I had the paw right up, sticking out above the grass. I just thought we can have a nice close look at it, but the lion changed his mind. There's one's ear. Interestingly enough, you'll see that ear is just turned slightly our way. Just making sure that I say good things about them. And it's just one other thing. Have a quick look. I just saw a bit of movement. It's something very tiny, right at the base of that tree. Right about there somewhere. Just thought I saw a little lizard or skink or something. I could be wrong. Yeah, there it is. A little up, little down, down there. Tiny little guy. Don't know if you can make it out. There we go. One of the skink species. I'm not going to venture which one exactly it is. Not the variegated, but the skink also sitting around, also playing his part in our world and in nature. Maybe not quite as impressive or as eye-catching as these lions, but nonetheless. Let's have one last, or not last look, but one quick look at the lions. I think what I'm going to do is we're just going to move on a little bit, go for a bit of a drive. I'm going to see if we maybe find something more in those leopard tracks we had this morning, not far from Yanchita Cut Line.